Hey there, how's it going? Good morning. Today is Thursday, February 12th, 2026. Currently 73 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 23 degrees Celsius, here at the Caesarea Evoria International Airport. Caesarea Evoria was a famous Cape Verdean singer and probably the most famous Cape Verdean person. So another amazing day here on São Vicente Island, but I am leaving, as you can see, catching a flight out of the country. It was a great 10 days here exploring 3 different islands of the island nation of Cape Verde: Santiago Island, Sal Island, and then São Vicente Island. You will find out where I am going today in the course of this video. I wasn't actually planning to film a video today because it's just going to be a fairly boring day of waiting for this one flight. Then I have another flight which I booked along with this one, so it was $330 US including luggage for both of these flights, but I have an overnight layover of like 18 hours or something, so I have a hotel booked tonight near the airport where I'm flying today, and then another flight a couple of hours tomorrow. So when I land where I'm going next, it's going to be dark or getting dark, and so I probably won't be able to show much there. I was hoping to maybe go into the city and get dinner there. We shall see. But anyways, I wasn't going to film a video today, but I have to explain the crazy situation with the locking system once again here in Cape Verde. At the place that I showed at the beginning, an Airbnb, where I stayed for the past 3 nights. So when I was in Praia, the capital of Cape Verde on Santiago Island, then I showed the strange and pretty crazy locking system there, in which you could end up locking yourself inside the bathroom or inside the little hallway between the 2 different rooms, because I stayed at this room that shared a bathroom with another room. So kind of a similar situation here, except that it was not inside the room but outside. So the Airbnb was in kind of an apartment complex, you could say, in which you had 2 keys, and so you go in the door that is facing the sidewalk outside. You go in there, and then it is a narrow hallway and then steps going up, and my room was on the 3rd floor, no elevator, and then a second key for the room itself. So the lady met me and checked me in when I arrived 3 days ago, and gave me the keys. So 2 keys on a keychain. Didn't notice anything strange until yesterday. And it is actually very lucky that this situation happened yesterday, because that averted a catastrophe, minor catastrophe, but still it would have been really frustrating situation that would have occurred today if the situation hadn't occurred first yesterday. So what happened is I left yesterday to go out and explore the city and film that video that I filmed yesterday. And so I lock the door to my room and then go down the 3 flights of steps and then come to the exterior door and go to open it, and it doesn't open. And so that door is now locked from the inside or the outside, which it hadn't been when I had exited previously. So I'd been there for a couple of days at that point and gone out many times, and that door had always been open when you go to exit. And so I was a little confused. And so I try a bit harder, you know, maybe it's just stuck or something, but it is not opening. And so I realize it is locked, and you need the key to open it to get outside now, which fortunately it was the same key that I had on my keychain. And so I use that key to open the door and get outside, and so no big deal. But as I was thinking about it last night and this morning, I realized, oh crap, this means that when I exit the room to leave permanently today, this morning, then if I leave my key inside the room, close the door, which then locks it, and I can't get back in without the keys if the keys are inside the room, and then go downstairs, and it is the same situation with that door being locked both ways, and I now need the key to exit, but I can't get back into my room to get the key because that door automatically locks going into my room. And so I realized that I needed to plan for that scenario this morning so that I didn't get locked inside and then be in a situation in which I have to call the people, hope that my cell phone works, hope that they answer, that they're nearby, when I will be getting a taxi to come to the airport, and I don't want delays, obviously. And then, of course, that is just a freaky situation in general that you definitely want to avoid. And so I strategized, and at first I was thinking, okay, I will go down these stairs with the key before I leave, check and make sure that it is actually unlocked, and then take the keys back upstairs and then leave them inside the room. But then I realized that a better scenario to, for one thing, possibly avoid having to go up and down those 3 flights of stairs if the door is locked, and then also just to cover my butt 100% was to leave with all my stuff and then leave the keys in the lock on the outside of the door, and then go down with all my stuff, hoping that the door exiting would be unlocked and then I could just go out. But if not, if it's locked, then I could go up the stairs and get the key and then go down and unlock it. And so I do that this morning, leave the key inside the lock, go down, and sure enough, it is locked once again, both ways. And so then I leave my stuff down by the door, go upstairs, get the key, go back down, unlock the door, go back up 3 flights again, put the key back in the door of my room, and then go down and exit the door with my stuff, and everything worked out. But if this hadn't happened yesterday, so that I knew the scenario, then I would have been locked inside. I would have left the keys inside the room on the table or something, and then went downstairs and then found that door locked and had that situation to deal with. And keeping in mind that a taxi had been ordered for me to meet me at 11 this morning, and so he's going to be waiting, and then who knows how long it takes to get the attention of the owners of the place there, to get them to come over and unlock the door and let me out. And then in that time, the taxi driver could have left, and you know, I could have been in a real situation of possibly missing this flight today. And so that would have been a real disaster. So that is just an insane locking situation there that they really need to get straightened out. But anyways, I made it, I'm here. I am all checked in, my luggage is already checked, and so time for me to go through security and customs, exiting Cape Verde, and then catch a 4-hour flight. All right, here we go. At the gate now, it is a very small airport. Got a couple slices of pizza, kind of tired looking, but better than nothing, and a pastry. All right, here we go. If you zoom in, you might be able to figure out where we're going. Goodbye, Cape Verde. It isn't going to be as warm and sunny where I'm going today and tomorrow. That's the machine we're getting on. €51 extra for seat selection to have aisle seat, which turns out to have been a waste of money because I got a whole row to myself, but still can't complain. Always fun to have the 3 seats to yourself. Should be a nice flight.
Por favor, veja como fechar, ajustar e abrir o cinto de segurança.
I am back in Lisbon, capital of Portugal. I was here 10 days ago, flew from here to Cape Verde. It is now 6:30-ish, 6:45, something like that. What we got, yeah, 6:54 p.m. and dark and sprinkling. I am not planning on staying in Europe for very long. I really don't know where I'm going next, as usual for me, but I have a few ideas, and mostly they will be sunnier. So, when I was here 10 days ago, I had a layover for the night and stayed at the Hotel Star Inn, which you can see straight ahead there. It was like $130 per night, I think $128, something like that. But then when I went to book it again, it was $160 for tonight, and so I decided to go for something cheaper. And so there's another place. It's not a hotel, it's self-check-in, so hopefully this all goes smooth. It is a slightly further walk, like 10 minutes or something, so time to put the camera away and not get it wet, and hopefully get into the room soon. And I am in. It is really cute and spacious. Love the decor and the low lighting. Only thing is, I didn't realize that it didn't have a bathroom attached to the room, so it's outside here somewhere. It is €59 or $70 US, so that beats 160. But where is the bathroom then? That says room 1. Here's the kitchen. Okay, am I missing something? I'm obviously missing something, but it has a 1 on it. That's me, number 2. 3. Aha. There we go. All right. There's the bathroom. Okay, so it is just after 7 o'clock. Going to hang out here for a little while and then go find some dinner. I will likely head back to the airport and find something to eat there. And back at the airport, let's see what our options are. I don't remember seeing any restaurants here. Okay. My bistro, Heineken Grand Cafe. That's looking very promising. So I will be back here tomorrow morning. I think that my flight is at, I forget if it was 11:35 or after 12 noon. Anyways, I will be back here to catch my next flight, just a 2-hour flight. Now, I wanted to mention an important thing to keep in mind in this sort of a scenario in which you have a long layover overnight, which is to make sure and remember to ask them to book your luggage only to your first destination, because otherwise they might book it all the way through to where you're going the next day, and then you don't have your stuff at night. Toiletries, toothpaste, razor, comfy, pajamas, etc. All right. Burgers, hot dogs. All right, well, this is an option, but let's see what other options there might be. So far, not seeing any real proper restaurants, which I was hoping for to have a genuine dining experience. Not going to be through there by the looks of it. And then we have this place, Pasteleria, Cafeteria, Padaria, Pastry, Coffee, Bakery. So yeah, just kind of snacky. They have great looking stuff for breakfast. Look at that croissant. And Spanish tortilla, love those with eggs and bacon or ham. But not looking like proper dinner. So I think back to one of the other places. And then I've said it before and I will say it again, I withdrew cash from that ATM there. 250 euros. And then it offered to charge me in US dollars, and it was going to charge me $349 US for 250 euros. 250 euros is $297 US. So they were going to charge me 52 bucks to withdraw cash. I just cannot believe that this is legal. It's just so insane. And so of course I declined conversion, declined conversion, declined conversion, declined conversion. And then I wasn't charged a withdrawal fee at all. So the question is, do you want to spend $52 or don't you? Just insane. All right. Let's get back to the Grand Cafe. And not too exciting, but I got a bacon cheeseburger. Looks really big and pretty good. And fries and 2 juices, berry and mango, and it was 21.50 euros. That is $25.50 US. Okay, that is going to do it for this video. Slight problem, it is pouring down rain. Not quite as bad at the moment as it was a few minutes ago. It was really dumping. But anyways, I will get back to my room one way or another, and tomorrow is another day back here. Not sure if I will film that flight and everything. Probably not. No point in it, but you will see where I'm going next in the next video. See ya.